Yo, everyone, Wagwan, Sasuke Uchiha here. So, after a string of episodes of varying quality, we're finally back into manga territory with the Boruto anime, with the recent episode 157. Of course, leave your thoughts about the episode in the comment section below, a like, and subscribe for more Boruto content. But for the most part, let's get into today's review. Of course, this episode, as I said, marks our, diving back into manga territory, specifically the expansion on the Kara arc from the manga. And I must say, it wasn't like mind-blowingly good, but I thought it was a decent start. I can't complain. The thing is, at the end of the day, when I go back to the Boruto manga, there are points in time where I realized that, yes, we could have some natural expansion in the anime for some points in the manga. And I'm a person that feels like a lot of the Boruto anime could be removed, a lot of the episodes could be removed and nothing really changes. But episodes like these serve as natural expansion, and I think that's a plus for this week's episode. And similar to the expansion of the Mujina Bandits arc, more than likely this expansion will do a pretty decent job of expanding the arc as long as it doesn't drag on for too long. Now, further on my comparison with the manga, I did go back and check out those initial chapters with the Kara members, and yes, based on the dialogue that was there between the various Kara members when they were talking about the fact that they lost the vessel, it would seem that there is some space for expansion, natural expansion, on the events leading up to that meeting, which we kind of saw a glimpse of at the end of this episode. So I am waiting to see how they handle it going forward. So yeah, but all in all, I thought it was a decent episode. We see Sasuke and Sai basically act on intel where in terms of the intel they got from Shojoji in regards to Kara, and their mission right now is to just confirm that Kara actually exists, which sees us return to the Rain Village, which I'm like, yo, Jano, the Rain Village just can't catch a break. And we apparently find out that the Rain Village is still in shambles. Apparently suffered a lot of damage, a lot of casualties, a lot of stress as a result of the Fourth Great Ninja War, and it's really depressing as per usual, which kind of made me feel that, or at least it shows us as the audience that, it's one of those things in this new era that proves that even though the world is mostly at peace, there are still sections of the planet or sections of the world that still aren't up to scratch, still are a source of conflict once you really think about it, especially with when you think about Garashi, the character for this episode, the outer member for this episode, where he basically more or less he's pretty angry and he hates the land of fire for basically not coming to help out the village. So yeah, and it made me feel good when Naruto said at the end that he needs to really work, or everybody needs to work on helping the Rain Village, the situation there, because the true battle or the true war isn't over until we get rid of the stress, the strife, and all the I guess the collateral damage that was caused as a result of the Great Ninja War. He wants to get everybody up to speed on a level in terms of their economy, and in terms of sustaining themselves as a village or nation, which I thought was pretty good. So more politics, more conflict. I like it. Kind of gets you, makes the world feel a bit more relatable, is what I'm saying. So I like that aspect of the episode as well. Now, in terms of the mission itself with Sasuke and Sai, which is a dynamic or duo that we don't really see interact a lot, even back in the day. So in minor exchanges, I think they had back in Shippuden. So yeah, but their interactions and how they approached the mission was what I expected for the most part. However, I almost, almost right off the episode when we had this section where we meet Garashi. He's explaining the situation to them regarding Kara being in the basement of one of the towers of the Rain Village, and that he basically had his friends were killed by poisonous gas after they found the lair, and there was a collapse, so he couldn't really go back down there. So after getting some assistance from Sasuke and Sai and getting back down there, we learn that he is an outer member of Kara who was just basically leading them into a trap. He's basically just responsible for preventing persons from finding out or discovering the beast, and if they do, he's responsible for leading them down there to kill them. That's basically it in a nutshell. But I almost wrote off the episode when I saw like Sasuke and Sai go down into the basement and they fell into the trap. And not that Sasuke and Sai can't fall into the trap, but character-wise, these are characters that they second guess every person they they meet. So when I saw that they fell into the trap, I said, "Yo, this don't make no sense. Sasuke and Sai should have been able to like see past this." So when I saw that they were actually just using clones or shadow clones, it was like like, yes, this makes perfect sense. Because that would have made no sense if they really and truly fell for that. So I thought it was pretty in line with the characterization for this episode. It wasn't nothing too out of character. They really emphasized, they really threw me for a loop there, because I'm saying, yo, this doesn't make any sense. And the fact that they actually just brush my fears or my concerns under the rug very quickly with that revelation, it was a sigh of relief to say the least. So there's that. Of course, we have Garashi killing himself in the episode. And we find out that he was the one that was actually responsible for killing his friends. I felt like we could have gotten more on that, but it is what it is. But we have Sasuke and Sai confirming the existence of Kara, and they do see some of the equipment that Sasuke deduces was used for biological experiments. So there's that. Like the entire tone of the episode was pretty decent, and we have Kara by the end of it basically making their appearance on screen for the first time, if memory serves right. So that was good. Her Jigen's voice actor, which what can I say? I'll have to get more of it before I can comment, but initial impressions, I thought it was okay. Can't complain. Of course, he expresses his dissatisfaction with the fact that the hideout in the Rain Village was actually discovered. So yeah, but all in all, everything is really and truly building back up to that scene in chapter 16 where they talk about the vessel. So I'm still waiting to see how they build up on it. There's room for natural expansion regarding that point in time in the series. So for those of you who have been keeping up with the Boruto news, you have probably a better idea than me in terms of what's to come. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it. Of course, they're starting to set things in place with Katasuke and the scientific ninja weapon mini arc that's to come, because we know, our slight spoilers for anime only, there's going to be a section where Boruto is going to be sent on a mission to test some scientific ninja weaponry with Katasuke and carry him back to the Ninja Research Institute. So yeah, I see them setting things up for that, so that's good. All in all, I thought it was a decent episode. As I said, episodes like these I actually don't mind, as opposed to how I feel about the Boruto anime on a whole. It's one of those episodes where we get some natural expansion and points in time from the manga, which is always welcome, always appreciated. If we even stuck to stuff like this where we had just this natural expansion, as I put it, I still feel the Boruto anime would have had much less episodes, but it would have been better quality wise. So that's just me. But anyway, for the most part, let me know what you thought about the episode. It was decent, not too world shattering, but one of those episodes where you can really appreciate, especially if you're coming over from the manga, I feel. So yeah, but all in all, let's see how they handle this expansion. For the most part, I thought the previous anime expansion on manga content, which was the Mujina Bandits prison section of the arc, I thought it was okay, and it really came full circle by the time it got like 1-to-1 into the manga section for the Mujina Bandits arc, and we saw some serious payoff, I feel. So let's see if they can replicate that. I'm cautiously optimistic, so yeah. But anyway, Sasuke Uchiha, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Of course, the Boruto manga chapter should be dropping tomorrow, so look out for that. Of course, if you haven't seen my expectations video, you can definitely check that out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.